Hi, tarot friends. As usual, I'm going to hang out for a couple minutes and see if anyone shows up. I am back again with another pop up live, and I'm at a point in my work week where I can shift some time around a little bit. So I thought I would get on in the morning here where I am. It's just about 9 a.m., and that way I can maybe have a few of my friends across the pond, maybe have the afternoon free or some space and time in your schedule. So I'm going to work on opening these open portals because these were something I opened on a different live, but I did not have, um, it showed up with the wrong stickers. And so I have two white versions and I need to see if I have a dark so I can send these out as gifts. So we will see. I see someone has popped in for a moment. Now here's the problem with wanting to send this as a gift, but I have to open it. Oh, I can do it right here. Hi, Chris. I'm actually, I want to send you these if you want them. And so I'm opening them to see if there's a dark because it's the open portals that I had opened before. But I have two light versions, even though the box had the other sticker on it. So that's what I'm doing right now. Hi, Kristen. So I'm trying to see. Okay, now these are dark, but it's in a white sticker box. See, that is tricky. Okay, so were these okay? Okay. So here are these. If it's something you think you want, Chris, let me know. Oh, the backs are different. Okay, I get it. Some of those are kind of crazy, but those were the jokers. But then the regular set, it's the one that's like a playing card deck, but then the it has like its own game and stuff with it. There's directions to it. But I mean, you could use it as like a playing card, like for divination as well. And then let me see. They feel really nice. Of course, now I got my paws all over it because it's in the wrong box. So I just want to make sure I send you a light and a dark. Yeah, so like there's no majors, but it's just a regular, it's a full playing card deck plus like this other game plus four jokers. Oh, that's cool. Hold on. Yeah, there's two jokers at the front and two at the back, and they all have a different meaning. So yeah, Kristen, I couldn't remember if you were here for this one before. So there's a light and a dark, and these are by James R. Eads, who does Prismavisions Tarot and the Cosmovisions that's coming out, going to be delivered soon, hopefully for Kickstarter. So it's a full playing card deck, and oh, hi, Sandra. I saw your message, but it was really late here last night, and I didn't want to respond in case it woke you up. So I saw that, but I haven't gotten back yet. Um, so it's a full playing card deck with these sort of meanings associated with it. So this King of Spades is the God of Worlds. And so you could use them as regular playing card divination. You could use them with the meanings that they come with for divination as well, if you wanted to like extrapolate something from that. But then there's also directions for a game. So, it's whatever. And here's the backs for the dark version. So let me put this back in order. And I know I have a light and a dark. So I'll walk through one if you want. But I'm going to put this back in here because I'm going to send this out. So there's a dark one. And so then it comes with these two little booklets, Chris, too. Open portals for oracles and how to open portals. So I think one's for the game and one is for the cards. So there's a dark, and do I have a pen? Because I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to mark it so I know that that's dark. Dark and light? I don't know. They don't say. It's kind of crazy. I'll just put your initials on it. How's that? And I will send this out. So that's dark. And I know that one of these is light. So I'll just give you... I don't know. So anyway, what I thought I would do, I was just trying to check these out until you all got here. So here's the back for the light. And then that's what the light looks like on the front. So there's our ace of spades, which is natural magic. I guess I have it upside down. So yeah, it's really cool. This is not in order. Oh yeah, it is. Because, no, it's kind of not. Whatever, I'll figure that out later. So we'll make this one. So this is a light and a dark, and I'll put initials on this one. So yeah, I'm glad you like it, Chris. I don't know, it makes me think of you. I don't know. And when I bought doubles, that's kind of what I was thinking. So those can be for you, and I will message you later about all that. So these will go. Oh, my room is still a mess because I'm a slag. There's not enough time in the day. I've been like, I don't know, really busy with work. Oh, Chris, does that make you happy? I want to make everyone happy. Some might say that that's a weakness, but it's whatever. And I hope this one is dark for me, and if it's not, I'll just get another one. What do you think about that? Okay, so we can walk through those in a minute if you want, but I figure what I will do... Oh, Lord, it's hot. Okay, where's my book? Here it is. So yeah, I love to gift things. Now I was messaging Sandra yesterday about a little something, and now what should I send Kristen? What do you want? I know you were talking about crystal stuff yesterday, but I don't know if you're into it or not. Anyway, so let me do this tag from forever ago. When I started filling, this is my 2020 Ben and Bell Wine Journal. We have different definitions of slag. Yeah, I don't know if when I was looking at that, it was around like the end of November, and I can't remember if you and Justin were doing like some playing card things around then. But I mean, it wasn't just that, it was just like the style of it. I don't know, thought you might like that. So I got to, and that's that. Oh, I opened to June 2020. Well, I know that it's different there, but yeah, I just have to, I don't really want to say beat myself down sometimes because I really don't, but this room, and I was really gonna do it, and then, well, now I'm just using it as an excuse because it's been a few weeks, but my grandmother passed away that afternoon, and then I was like, well, obviously I can't focus on this anymore. And then I just never did it. Like last weekend was crazy. I don't know. Blah. So I opened up to June in 2020, and this was like my Mildred Payne deep dive, which I really could have just kept going with all year. I just love it. So anyway, when I started taking notes for this, I don't think it's filled out all the way. But when I started filling this out, I was 36. Like I did notes before. This was before I made content. Thank you, Sandra. Yeah, she was really sweet. And I have a bunch of treasures from her apartment too. We had been cleaning out like the couple weeks prior because she was at like a long-term care facility. My father-in-law's anniversary of his death was yesterday. Always hits my husband hard. Yeah, she passed away on New Year's Eve. like at 3:15 in the afternoon. I was outside playing with my son, and my mom called like right as we were coming in to tell me. And it wasn't unexpected, but I mean, it's still like you just never want to hear that. Um, the really lucky thing was though that my mom was there with her, which was crazy because there weren't visitors allowed, but she just happened to be there because she was changing rooms that day, and so my mom was allowed in to help with that and kind of get my grandma settled in her new room. And she was just laying in her bed, and my mom was there holding her hand, and she was kind of like choking and stuff. And so they gave her some medicine that got rid of that. And then my mom was just sitting with her, praying with her, holding her hand, and you know, mentioned my name and my brother's, and then she passed away. So all things considered, I couldn't have asked for anything better. I hated thinking about, the care facility is just going to call my mom and tell her that they went in there and found her, And so I'm just so thankful that my mom was there that day. Oh, chills up the back. So that just makes me happy as can be. So, like, while I was very sad about that, obviously, I just was so relieved that my mom was there with her. All I can ask for. Hello, Maria's here. Um, Thank you again for that reading yesterday. We were just talking about my grandmother. And I hopped over to Maria and Tangi last night and got a reading, and my grandmother came through there in that reading. So Tangi said, there's a grandmother energy, and she's sitting in the corner and she was going to say like knitting. And she goes, no. She's like flipping papers. And I like, that is huge because like knitting would be a symbol for like lots of grandmothers, I'm sure, but mine did not do that. But she would do these crossword puzzles, and she had a notebook that I actually threw away because there was like coffee on the edge of it, and it just wasn't like, there was just like coffee and like food and stuff, and I'm like, I want to keep her book, but I just can't. And I kept a lot of things, so I let it go. But she not only would like fill out these she would just write down all the answers in a notebook for everyone, and she would send them in, and it was like totally a scam. Like she would win like $10 every once in a while or whatever, but whatever. It wasn't like millions of dollars or anything, but she did it pretty much like her whole adult life. And she had a ruler, and she would like make really super straight lines, and it was like her job. Like I don't know. It kept her mind busy. I think it was fine. And she would get like little bonus checks in the mail every once in a while for like doing these. It's so stupid, but whatever. She had a full notebook, which was just for the past couple years, because she would mail one in every week. And she had like everything written down, like all of the answers written down, like why. But I mean, I totally know like that I descend from her, because like I would keep some fucking crazy notebook full of shit that didn't matter. But I digress. I was with my grandmother on my dad's side when she passed. I was glad. Yeah, it's just so, that's all I could ask for, especially this year when she hasn't seen us. My mom and my uncle were able to go to her apartment when she was still there until like the week before Thanksgiving is when she moved. And so they would see her all the time. So then she spent like, 8 weeks without any visitors really, so just so glad. So that's my long rambling story of why my room is still not clean, but I've made some progress on it. So anyway, when before I had a channel that I was making content with, I I would just write down like these tags I wanted to do and start filling out the information, because I kept thinking, oh, I'll start a channel pretty soon. So yes, things we learned from our grandmas. So when I started writing this down, it was more than a year ago, because I wrote 30, 36, and I'm 37 now as of September 24th, 2020. So just to show you how long I've been, notebook full of stuff that, would become useful. So I have not read these answers since a year ago, and it's only half filled out. So I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to answer these questions on the spot and see what happens here. So, so this was for Simon had made this tag and come up with these prompts, and it's A to Z. So let's just get started. So A is for age, and I am 37. My birthday is September 24th. B is for book. And I picked one muggle book and one sort of esoteric thing, kind of cheating. And it's really, and I have two things written down and then I crossed them out. So I'm just going to cheat and give you two. So my favorite muggle books are Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card and A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline L'Engle. And then, oh, I have a historical thing in here too. From I'm just such a cheater. That's something you should know about me. I will answer 5 things for 1 question. At the Hands of Persons Unknown is it's a book that I read in my undergrad that was about, it was like an African American history or African American lit. That's one of my specialties. Sandra says she's the same. I can imagine that for books. So, so At the Hands of Persons Unknown by Philip Dre is a really great book about the roots of racial inequality in this country and how things were and how things sadly continue to be. But and then my esoteric book that I chose is called Your Soul's Plan by Robert something. Can't think right now. It's like my favorite thing. Your Soul's Plan. And then I think like the subtitle is The Life You Planned Before You Were Born. It's all about pre-birth planning. And it's really, really awesome. And I'm going to do a little video on it. I think it might be triggering for some people because it's about that whole, like, not really, but as a parallel, like embrace the pain. It's about, the premise is that people choose tragic things to happen in their life, and like you plan it before you're born so that your soul can develop faster. And so that's what the premise is. So if you think that might be triggering for you, then I would not recommend it. But I will say that in the book, the Robert sits with, I think, 3 or 4 different mediums who channel to those, like the counsel that is with you when you plan your life. And so those mediums in particular can tap into those conversations, and then they write that out in the book. And that's what really drew me to it. At first I'm like, okay, well, these are like really extreme tragic things that they're talking about in the book, but each person that shared their story said, I want to share this with people, and I want you to know that after this whole thing, I do understand why I would choose that, and it makes sense to me, and I have this knowing after sitting with these mediums and everything, blah blah blah. So kind of going on a tangent, but it's a very cool book, and if you would be interested in that, let me know and I'll find out the guy's last name. I can't remember right now. Chris says, sorry, I had to dive off there. I took a work call. Oh, no problem, Chris. So yes, and I think lots of people cheat at tags. So C, see how long I talk about A and B? Yeah, Kristen, it's when I'll do a little video about it, and I'll read like one of the good parts that's not going to be like jarring for anyone, because I can totally understand that there were times in my life where I would not have been in a place to read that. But I used to work with a medium, and just that whole, and even before that, I was super interested in all of that. And just to see that written out, like what those readings were from the other side, just really amazed me. And I trust the guy, you know what I mean? I had watched him on YouTube, like talk about his books and stuff like that. And I, trust that it's all legit. So, C is for career. So this is what you wanted to do when you were a kid and what you actually do now. So as a kid, I wanted to be a dancer and a teacher and like own a dance studio. As I got older, because I always danced and I still consider myself a dancer, even though it's been a few years. I took a couple years off after I had Max, and I was supposed to start back in um, uh, 2 years ago in the fall. I went back for a little, like an every other Saturday kind of thing to kind of get myself going again. But aside from that, I haven't gotten like fully back in, and I probably won't be back in as full time as I was before because I had rehearsal every night. I danced with a professional company, modern dance company, and I was in paid rehearsals. And we, had you had to take a certain number of classes to be in the company. I took classes at night. I taught classes. I taught 4 back-to-back classes on Monday nights. Um, I was the assistant director for the student company on Tuesday nights and Saturday mornings. I mean, when I wasn't at home, I was at the studio. Um, so in some ways I did, I became a paid professional and in that sense as a teacher and as a performer in that company. So that part of it came true. And I think that's part of why I did that. Prior to getting married and having Max, I had several jobs. I still kind of have several jobs because I have all these little side gigs, but I mean, it's not like it was before. I worked a crazy amount of hours, but part of that was to work my passion. So I did part of that, but then I've also like always had like a regular job, something that really pays the bills. And um, so, can I say what I do? I think I can. I work for the state of Michigan, which is where I live, and um, won't get super specific. It's not a big deal, I don't think. I I won't say the place. I basically I joke that it's kind of like a librarian's job, but I love it. I used to do more of the math side with like rate making, and now I kind of fell into that, though really wasn't supposed to end up there, but I did, and I did okay. But then when a specialist position opened up in something that was like kind of more aligned with my degree, because I was an English lit major for my undergrad and for grad school, and so I review documents like top to bottom, word for word, like one copy against the other, something that is proposed and then something that's approved. And I review those and then I put like this digital stamp on them and then I put them in these books that are kept online. And we have hard copies that have to be kept, which haven't been in my office since June. I've gone in a couple times to like print, but basically whenever we do go back, I'm going to be spending like the whole first year catching up that side of it. So anyway, I work for the state and I do what some people would like consider a really boring job, but I like it because there's a beginning and an end and I know how to do it. And I always joke that that's part of the reason that I always have to keep dancing and like working tarot and stuff like that, because my day job, like my muggle job, I just want to be something that's like simple and that I know how to do, and I don't care about doing it over and over again all day. So some people would lose their mind working my day job, but yeah, so I'm not really like I don't really get to be in that cool library club, but I do like maintain these hard copy books, and it's very like particular about there's so many dates like on the sheets that I check. There are between like 3 and 7 dates like per page, and they're all corresponding to different things, and it's like this, it's kind of a mess and most people would not like it, but so anyway, I do have my little it's I don't know why I don't want to say what it is exactly, but whatever. This is a work day for me, but I am off right now and working later, so just in case. I'm not trying to get in trouble. Okay, so that's what I do as my day job, and I still kind of count that as part of my dream because I wanted to also be a school teacher and teach English, and so I went to school for English Lit, and now I use that degree for what I do. So it kind of all worked out. And again, I don't mind working in an office doing boring stuff because it's not boring to me because I just feel accomplished. I want to just get the thing done. Okay, moving on. Oh, D for dream. Is this the longest A to Z tag you've ever seen? Um, D for dream. I don't know. So like this is, Alex did this and he said, his dream um is to buy a bus and like travel around and like live in the bus. Like that's his thing. I don't really I'm just not an adventurous person and I don't I sound so lame. I just I'm really content, I guess. And so I guess my dream, there are a few places I want to travel. I don't know. I'm just not even really into all of that. Like, I've always kind of wanted to go like Ireland, Scotland. Just, I feel like a draw to there. I have like some Irish ancestry. I don't know. Um, and I think I mentioned on my last live that like I don't have a bucket list. But now that I have tarot friends like across the pond, like I want to go to like I want to go over there and do like a tarot meetup. Probably will be a few years because I don't know, we might have another baby and it's that just like skips you ahead a couple years like before you can really do something like that. So I don't know. Sandra says you sound so much like me, and I don't know. I'm just happy in my little tarot room. Like if I could just spend a day in here, but that's a different letter. So my dream is to be happy and healthy and I don't know. That's my dream. My dream is for the pandemic to be over. There's my 2021 answer for this. My dream. Just happy, healthy family. That's what I want. Um, ooh, another baby, Chris says. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Um, yeah, am I crazy? Because like Max is a handful, but um, I don't know. We kind of wanted them like closer together, but then the pandemic happened. At the beginning, I was like, we are not having another baby because right now, like when we moved into this house, 2 weeks later, lockdown happened. And so we were going to move here, have another baby, whatever. So like he could have a friend and, we wanted another one. But then I was like, absolutely not. The world's fucking crazy. We can't even go outside. Like I was kind of freaking out. But then after a couple months, I was like, okay, I'm over it. Let's just try. I feel safe like going to the doctors or whatever. Um, and I don't mean for this to get dramatic. Um, I had what they call a missed miscarriage in August, but I didn't know until September 9th. So I went, blah, keep it in your pants when there's a pandemic happening. Seriously, Chris, that's how I felt. I was like, I'm not going anywhere. No, I was freaking out. So then I calmed down and I said, yes, let's do it. And we it was just really crazy. I mean, miscarriages are common, but you just never think that it's going to happen to you. Like, sounds stupid. I mean, you do. I waited forever to tell people that I was pregnant the first time because that's what I was afraid of. And then the second time, I told people a couple weeks earlier than like the time that's suggested, but I'm like, I'm so healthy. I mean, I'm not the picture of health. Let me rephrase that. I had such an awesome first pregnancy. Nothing went wrong. It was so easy. I mean, relatively. I can tell people. And so I told people a couple weeks early. And like pandemic was happening. I wanted to like call my family and give good news and like connect. So of course I told a bunch of people. And then the next day I went to the doctor and they couldn't find a heartbeat with the tones, like just on like with the, not the, why can't I think of fucking any words right now? Sonogram? It wasn't that. It was just with the little wand, like on your belly. They couldn't find heartbeat. And they're like, well, and we had an early ultrasound because of scheduling or something. And so we had already had, like, we had a little picture already, heartbeat, everything was great. And so I was not worried. And so we went, and it was just like a basic appointment. We weren't doing ultrasound that time or anything. And they were listening. They're like, oh, we don't see anything, we don't hear anything, but it's normal for second pregnancies at this time frame. It's normal not to hear heartbeat because you might have just like extra squishiness and we can't hear anything. I'm like, okay. They're like, come back next week. If we don't hear anything, we'll get you into ultrasound. I went back next week, couldn't find anything on tones. They sent me to the place next door to get an ultrasound. As soon as the picture came up, I knew it just wasn't right. So I'm sorry. Okay, this is happy tarot times. I'm sorry, I would not have started talking about this if I knew. Okay. So, we are happily trying again probably soon. Sorry to be a downer on your Friday. Oh, I didn't know I was going to do that. Sorry. Okay. So, my dream is to have a happy, healthy family. And thank you guys so much. I didn't. This is why I'm happy to have like 5 friends who come to lives. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Okay. You know what's crazy? Like, I felt bad for, oh, I'll get it together. The sonographer, I felt bad that she had to tell me. You know what I mean? Because that's gonna be a hard job, right? Okay. Oh, E is for essential item. I wrote down my wedding ring because I'm sappy like that. Yes, it is in the cards, Maria. I think so. Um, Chris, thank you so much. Um, so I wrote down my wedding ring because I mean, I super love my husband. I must have been in like a sappy mood when I wrote this list out. I would honestly probably say my Benabel One planner. This is again my 2021, but I have 2021 around here somewhere. These are so amazing. You can choose the cover and it makes me so happy. Like if I had this and a pen and like 3 decks of cards, can that be my essential item? I know everyone like said their phone, and I get that, but I'm so annoyed by phones. Like I just blah. I'm just a paper person, and if I could have this Benabel planner and a deck and a pen, like that could keep me happy for a really long time. So essential item I'm going to say is like a tarot bag. How's that for cheating? But let me show thank you all so much. I have like the sweetest people in here right now. You're my favorites. Is it a bullet journal? I don't even really know what that is. I see people talking about it, but I feel like I'm old and I don't know what that means. But maybe it's just, but I also feel like it's my generation and older who's using them and I'm just out of the loop. So I think that's just like when you write like little key things. And that's kind of how I treat this. But I'll show you some pages here in a minute. So here's my ring that my husband designed since I wrote this was my answer. Has dots on it. Okay, so that's what I thought, but no. Um, so here's my sapphire ring and it has black diamonds around the main stone. And then it has white diamonds on the regular band, and then my little wedding band is just this tiny little one that's black diamonds. um There, you can kind of see. Oh, there. And it's like a little squiggly. A couple fell out of the back of this because I wanted them to go almost all the way around, but the back has that little metal piece. But a couple of them across the back, like they do get stuck on my clothes sometimes. But then I wanted these separate and then they just sit right together. So then there's like a black band under. And my husband designed this. He found the basic shape, and sapphire is my birthstone. So that was my only, I didn't want to pick out anything. It's cool if you're a person that wants to pick out your ring, but I wanted to be surprised. Like I wanted him to like go down on one knee one day and open this box and I would be surprised. Like that's just always what I've wanted. And so I said I would like it white gold and to include a sapphire somewhere. That was it. So he designed this whole thing. Oh no, I got it crooked. So he designed this and he even put it like on his machining software to like email the guy back and forth. And so like the little squigglies at the top, like around the setting, like he made those little shapes and everything kind of like florally around the edge. So that's what I wrote as my essential item. But honestly, it would probably be a tarot bag. Or like my wedding dress is amazing, by the way. I don't know. When someone says essential item, I like picture myself out in the woods, like trying to survive. And if I could be out there, like in my ball gown and this ring with a tarot bag, like that would be how I would like die out in the forest. Yes, isn't the ring awesome? It's really gorgeous. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let me try to speed this up. F for favorite RWS. Sandy and I have designed our own wedding rings. I'll need to show you mine. Yes, that's awesome. That's really cool. Oh, yeah, you should do the thing together. That's awesome. Please do. F for favorite RWS. I don't really know. There was no answer written down here. So I'm probably gonna say I recently got a CS and the 2.0. Centennial in a tin comes to mind. Oh, hello, can I ask a question? That depends on what you mean. Hello and welcome. I'm not doing readings right now, so I don't know if that's what you're asking. I'm just working on a little tag to answer some questions here. But you can ask a general question. But if it's for a reading, that we're not doing today at this moment. So if I had to say right now my favorite RWS, I haven't really worked with my 2.0 yet. So I'm going to say my CS Tarot. I love these backs. Hey, you guys, remember when I opened this box and I was like, oh, I'm missing one. I'm missing a mini. Like I had that Make Playing Cards box. I went back to my email. I didn't order a mini. I thought I got a mini with black backs because that's what I want. But I wanted to see this in hand first. And I cut myself off of ordering another deck. I don't remember how many I got. But I'm going to say my CS Tarot is my favorite RWS at the moment. I'll put these art cards back on it. Okay. G is for gold or silver. I really like both, but I would say silver. H is for height. I am 5'4". I is for ideal day. So I have written down a family gathering, a drink, a movie theater date. And then I wrote a little margin note that says first, sleep in, and then spend time in my tarot room. So I can tell when I wrote this, I was not getting a lot of sleep. Thankfully, my son, more often than not now, sleeps through the night. He took a very long time to do that. So he's been doing so much better lately, and bedtime has shifted earlier. And so honestly, my life is like a lot less stressful now. So I don't even know if I would need to sleep in anymore because I have like this time that I get up now for work, working at home. I can get plenty of sleep now. It's so awesome. I'm thankful for that. Let me take a sip and be thankful. Oh, Maria, we're height twins. So I would say um, spending time in my tarot room, um, jumping on live, talking to my tarot friends, and then a family gathering, like at my aunt and uncle's house. They have a really good house for that. And we do now too, though we haven't been able to have anyone over, but we will. But I love going to my aunt and uncle's and like big family dinner, have a glass of red wine, and then like have Max go spend the night with his cousins, and Ryan and I go see a movie in the theater. That's what I would love. And then maybe one more drink at the theater because we have one of those fancy ones here where you can like order food and they bring it to your seat and you can order a drink. Get amazing. So probably like maybe I'd get like a Manhattan and a little snack at the theater, and that would be my ideal day. Okay. J is for joke. I have no idea about a joke, but I will say that I don't know. And this is interesting because I have like UK people here. Oh, kitten, I'm sorry, baby, you can't come in here. Okay, my Savannah is like meowing down my door. She's so cute. I wish I had my phone so I could take a picture. But anyway, so not a joke, but the most hilarious show is called Idiot Abroad, and I don't know how you all feel about that. Carl Pilkington is in it, and he's I think he was fine with everything that happened, so that's why I feel okay saying that I loved it. It wasn't anything terrible. It's where it's Ricky Gervais and um Stephen Merchant, is that his name? And they produce the show. They created it and they send their friend Carl around the world, and it was supposed to be called like Carl Pilkington's Seven Wonders of the World or whatever. Okay. Okay. Sandra says she loved that show, and Chris says his friend is obsessed with Carl. Okay. Funniest shit I've ever seen. I could watch, we have it on DVD, right? Because it was on like Sky One or whatever. And my husband bought it, and I'm like, what is this? And it is so funny. And they sent him around, and see, Sandra, she probably thinks this is funny too, because like me, we just mostly want to be at home and or hanging out with tarot people. Like that's our adventure, right? Like that's all I really want to do. Um, so they send him around and he's so uncomfortable with everything. Like this dude just wants to be at home, like eating, what do he calls it? And he's got all the cute um like British sayings. Like he just wants toast and what do you fucking call it? Oh, hi Gerald. Welcome. Stephen Merchant is amazing. He's been in Modern Family and Big Bang. Yeah. Um oh my gosh. It is so it's so funny. They send him around the world and he's really uncomfortable, and he took Monster Munch Crisp with him. Yes. Okay, so this dude like packs his, his crisps, right? Here they would be chips, but he is so he doesn't want to eat he doesn't want to eat food that he's not used to. He doesn't want to get to know customs that he's not used to. He doesn't want to be so that being said, I think he does really well in these situations, but his reactions to things are just so funny. It's so amazing. And I've talked way too long about this, but it is hysterical and I could watch it over and over again and I still laugh so hard about it. Yeah, moaning all the time, but it's really funny. Oh, it's so great. Carl Pilkington is so funny. Okay. K is for kids. We're moving right along here. I have one son, Max Preston, and this says he's 2, but again, I wrote this a long time ago, and he turned 3 in January this month. Um, And our second baby, who, as most of you now know from my little waterworks earlier, is on spirit side, and we will maybe be trying for a third pregnancy here soon. L is for living arrangement. I live in a super awesome, like my dream house with my husband and my son, and we have one Savannah cat. We had two, and our boy Savannah was put down on January 9th. So I've had kind of a rough January. So um, so yeah, me, my husband, my son, and our Savannah cat, and her name is Fiona. Oh, Gerald says Jeffrey and I designed our engagement bands. I'm really pleased. Oh, see, tarot people are creative and want to be part of the process and everything. Yeah, Sandra, I know. It's just been kind of a rough beginning, but also like a happy one. Like I don't know, we're doing really well, but we just have had these bumps in the road and losses. Okay. Um Living arrangement. Um, M is for my favorite Marseille, and that has to be my new choice. Tarot de Marseille. Mendy's here too. That's so awesome. Thank you for hanging out. I don't know where my new choice is right now. Oh, I do. Hold on, just in case you haven't seen it. Oh, if I can get up. See, somehow I know in this chaos where everything is. Usually. Ugh. I'm sitting on the floor under this little coffee table. Okay, so I have copy 407 out of 500. This is by Rosario Salerno, who Jilly Little Zen Crone had on her channel last weekend. And I've watched part of it back. I haven't got to the part where he talks about the new voice tarot. Yes, new choice. One of these days I'll track you down. I'll keep my eye out, Chris. If I had an extra one, I would give it to you. Prophet Mendy came in as you started on about Marseille. Yeah, she did. She really did. M for Marseille. Um, this new choice is beautiful. I learned about this from Simon's channel, and as you know, maybe I'm not really like a traditional, like historical Marseille person. I I give it value and I appreciate it, but it's mostly just not for me. I don't like the people, which I can say for many tarot decks, like RWS decks as well. And just weird about the people. I love the minors. So I'm not slamming Marseille. It's just not my thing usually. Um, but these people look a little less like weird to me. Let me find. So look at the Four Cups. Isn't it beautiful? I love the colors, right? So like look at Sandra. If I had a second copy, I would send it to you, Chris, for sure. Yeah, yeah. We'll look out for you, Chris. We're gonna help you out. Wait, what did Mendy say? I love the weird people with the Marseille. The grumpier the faces, the better. See, and that's great, and I just can't deal with it. Kristen, no worries. You sat here and watched me go waterworks, so it's fine. Just so beautiful. And the other thing is, like, I'm a sucker for flowers, and every one of these is noted in the book as the added meaning that you can like a correspondence for the card. So I think they're just amazing. And God, did I put this back in order? No. Okay. Anyway, super love it. Like this person has like a skull and a scythe on their leg. And I love like the drapey clothes. It's like this Berlin fashion scene, right? Like look at his his or hers, I'm not sure. Look at their leg tattoo. Love it. Get inked up. These are the things I miss. Like, I want to go. Oh, Gerald whispers. I only have one Marseille, I think. Um, yeah, Gerald, I have this, and I have Tarot Serene and the Marshmallow, and I have the Labyrinthos Seventh Sphere, which is like sort of, it's like a Marseille style. So that's it. Maria, no, I don't think you are. I would say like, I don't know. I really don't. I just love the pastel, modern, like cute versions. So sorry, that's it. Here's the ace. Like, look how beautiful. Oh, so that's what I was starting to ramble about. I of course miss seeing family, during the pandemic. Oh, and I kept look at this is like something my grandma would have done. Um, I had to keep the little tear off because it's from Italy. It's a piece of paper from Italy, and it's got Rosario Salerno on it, like a little signature kind of. And I'm a paper hoarder. And if you send me something with your name on it, I'll probably keep it because I'm weird. So there. Look at the backs. Oh, cosmic-y, love it. So anyway, Rosario Salerno is working on a tarot deck. Again, I did not watch the end of Jilly's video, but you can follow him on Facebook. There's a Facebook page for it. So there's that. I'm talking a lot. Okay. What else? What else? LMN. N for nicknames. Um, I kind of have a lot. So, um, nicknames are typically shorter, but like some of my family calls me Deanne Brooke because that used to be my middle name and now it's actually my whole first name. When I got married, I made my first name Deanne Brooke and my middle name Rivera, which is my maiden name, and Wisner my last name. And so I just like shifted everything and I don't know. DB, D. Um, my husband calls me Deandra sometimes. You guys watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So when any of you call me Deanna in chat, I don't worry about that because I know that most people's phone tries to make Deanne Deanna. However, when I'm at work and I get a work email and it's like my name's fucking right there and the person can't type it, that makes me crazy. Or like lots of people call me Deanna um in real life. Not lots. I mean people that don't know me. I'll be like, "Hi, my name's Deanne, blah blah blah." And they're like, "Oh, Deanna, whatever." I'm just like, Jesus. No. But anyway, so as a twist on that, my husband will call me Deandra, but I don't mind that because it's still just not the same. So he also calls me Deannica sometimes. I don't know. My nicknames tend to get like longer, except for people that just call me D or DB. Um, I think that's all. My uncle used to call me Little Running Brook, like which I have Native American, like American Indian ancestry, so that's not super like out of line. And he thought he was being cute, and my middle name is Brooke, and so um, he used to call me Little Running Brook, and I was named that. Hi, Candy. Um, I was named that for my Native American ancestry, but not like in a legit way. Like we don't have any connection to that side really anymore. Oh, what am I trying to say? But anyway, my parents named me Brooke. Like it has an E on the end, but that was the symbolism was supposed to be about water, right? So anyway, I think that's all my nicknames. O is for my favorite oracle. Um, That's hard because I'm an Oracle person. I use all kinds of stuff, but I do prefer the more like what I'm gonna say basic and less the ones with like messages on them. Though I do use that. I know a lot of people knock those, and that's fine. But I use all kinds of that stuff. I will say I have a couple that I haven't opened that I think are going to be really super awesome for me. But I would have to say for like two different types because I can't choose. I love Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle. Yeah, Mendy, I saw what you're saying about the names. It's just annoying. It's right there. Like you're typing an email. It's right there. You can just look at it. I in work, I speak to a lot of English people, and when I tell them my name is Chris, they all think I'm saying Kaz. It's yeah, that's kind of crazy. Like, oh, this isn't the right thing. Shoot, this is Julie Rose. This is her Lenormand, which I'll show you because it's so cute. This is what I did my birthday Lenormand spread with this year. Look how cute. Peekaboo Rose, right? You follow her. Um, the ship, just super cute. Look at the moon. Love it. I have her tarot deck too. I should do. Look at the child. Ooh, cute. A friend of my mother-in-law called me Kim a couple weeks ago. Isn't it weird about names? It's like, come on, people, get it together. Okay, so that's not what I was showing. So my answers are Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle. Yeah, Sandra, you like that? Um, and Kelly's Journey Oracle. Sandra will like this blue tree, I think. Isn't it cute? And look at this beautiful snake with the little flowers. Okay, this is not what we're doing. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. Secret Pocket Oracle, where are you? Here I am, here I am. How do you do? Where the... I mean, you know what it looks like. I'm terrible at this. Okay. When I changed my name, all the abusive people in my life I was yet to detach from refused to use it. Only the gorgeous people embraced it. Candy, I am so sorry to hear about that. Gerald says, I have an interview scheduled with at the Hermit Mage to help clear up next week. Are you serious? Because that is amazing. That's amazing. Okay. So here's my other answer. My Kelly Journey Oracle. This is so great. I would call this like an all around um, nature nature-based thing. I don't know, but it's got like cycles and phases and everything included. So let me just show you. I have both sizes. This is the mini. You know I had to have both so I can stack my cards. So here's day and night, waxing moon, oh, the waning moon, north, and then it has a keyword, which I wasn't showing you really on the other ones. It has the elements. So here's fire. And this is just it's so great. It has minerals. So we have crystal, which says soul support. There's a spirit card, which says source. Web for connection. I just love this so much. A blockage. And it's sort of done with the color and kind of style of her her Lenormand. Here's Elder. And these correspond with the symbols on these. So like this Elder symbol, these correspond to her journey tokens, which are made of like alder wood or something like that, and you can cast them on to her cards to like use as a spread, or you can place the tokens, like you can draw out the tokens and it perfectly covers up that symbol in the middle, so you can lay your cards and then the mini cards and then the tokens. The Hermit Mage is a hard one to get on his schedule. Among other things, he has no sense of humor at all. Gerald, I can't wait for this. Oh, hello. Regina's here. Oh, there you are. Yes. Hi, I see you. I have her journey tokens. Yeah, they're so great. So I would say, like, if I had to choose one, this is more of like an all around. There's intuition. The only black symbol is the new moon for intention. Isn't that awesome? This would probably be my favorite. Look at the full moon. And then we have voice, we have chakra cards. Oh, they're just so amazing. And then we have conception. See the spider coming down and like the elder had the full web. It's just really amazing. I would probably choose this if I could only choose one. Here's East. But if I could choose two, I would cheat and say Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle, because I have 3 copies of that. 2 of them are different sizes and the other 2 have different backs, but still. So like she does with her Lenormand, with like the active and I can't even think what she calls them right now, but we have active and receptive instead of male, female. So anyway, there's that. Amazing. Okay, I'll put this away because I'll just get going crazy with that. So those are my 2. Deanne, if you like cards like this, you might want to go and check out Arcane Panda's last video showing the Darkroom Oracle. Ooh, yeah, I don't really know how to describe it, but I like stuff like this. Darkroom Oracle. Let me write it down. Candy, by the way, I started watching your Dating the Tarot yesterday. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that because I don't like get rid of anything or put anything in like a purgatory shelf. I just keep all the things. So I don't know. I might try to do that. Okay. Darkroom Oracle. Thank you for that. All right. This was Julie's Lenormand. Can't find Mildred right now. That really bugs me though. Yes, I can. Thanks for hanging out for just like fucking ever. So here's a box. Oh, wait. Okay. Found it. I might change the rules. So here, oh, I love this deck. Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle. You've seen it, right? The cat, the book. I just love it. Like, really a lot. 83, that's my year. So I love that it's 83 and it's called Wish. Here's the dragon. Oh my God, 20 minutes ago, I started talking about the things I miss. Of course, being with family, but like getting a manicure and a pedicure, going to the movie theater, and getting tattoos. Like, these are the things I want back in my life. Just as a bonus, A to Z. Comet, the Cauldron. Love it so much. And I love Patrick Valenza's work. I haven't been like super drawn to the Deviant Moon, not because I think it's too dark or too weird or anything, but I don't know. I'm more apt to like buy that big book and read that front to back, and then like I might get the decks, but I don't know. I'm just happy with my Mildred Payne. Like, this is one of my favorite things in the world. So I don't know. I think part of it, a lot of people talk about like that they dream, like that they see those kinds of creatures in their dreams and it reminds them of when they dream. Um, but I don't, I always dream in real people. Do you all dream about like cartoon creature, like Patrick Valenza type characters? Can you help me with that? Is that a thing? I'm sure it is. I have never dreamt of creatures, only um feather, only people. Someone help me with that. Owl. Okay. Anyway, so there's that. I wish I would have been clear about being clear about the rules. By that I mean there aren't any. No, and Candy, that's fine. I think you were. I think you made sense. I think I could figure out like how to make it work. But I just date everything, right? That's like what people say about Libras in real life, and I'm not like that. Um so, like Libras are social, flirty butterflies. And I think that's like kind of true for me. But I mean, I've always been like a long term relationship person, but I have a bunch of tarot decks that I continuously date. So maybe that's my Libra ness. Real people, says Maria. Real people in dreams or hints of creatures, I think. Okay. I've had like, I've had dark spirits that come into my dreams before, but those are just like wispy, like dark. So I'm a Scorpio and basically the opposite of how they describe them. Kristen, probably because you have a lot of like um opposing signs in the rest of your chart. Because I would not have pegged you for a Scorpio, so I can see that. I feel like you have a lot of Aries energy. Now I'm interested. Okay. I'm taking forever. But there's 8 people here. Thanks for hanging out with me on a Friday. Sandra, you're an Aries, and I would not, nope, I would not peg you for that either. Um, Sandra, I bet there's a lot of like Pisces energy in your chart. Teal, what a green, blue. Chris, you act like a Scorpio. I would have pegged you for that. Kristen, check your rising sign. That's really more telling than your sun sign. Yeah, there's a whole. Oh, Regina, thank you. My sun and moon and rising. Hold on, that just jumped. My sun, moon, and rising are all fixed signs. I can see that. Maria is a Cancer, but has a lot of air energy in her chart. Yeah, Chris. It's good. People, I mean, if you were just to do like a little snapshot thing on Facebook, Scorpios are made out to have this like dark energy, but it's not that. Um it's like digging down um to find real purpose and like staying grounded and like getting under the surface of something to like find the truth. Yeah, my best friend is a Scorpio. It's not, I don't read that as like a bad thing. Candy's a Sagittarius through and through. That makes sense to me just from the little bit I know. Oh, here comes Max. We might have to speed up. Um okay, baby, hold on. He doesn't know where I am. Hi, Debbie. I might have to run away for a moment. I've been on over an hour. Okay, you all talk astrology for a moment. I'll be, yeah, Mendy, right? About Candy? Mm-hmm. Sagittarius energy tends to just like spiral off of Sagittarius people. Be right back. I'm right here, baby. He can't find me because I never get to come in here. Hold on. Hi, baby. Oh, somebody's calling me? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Fiona, don't you dare play here. No, no, no. Okay, come here, baby. Okay. Hey friends, I'm back. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. So we're getting to the end here. What is an Aries like? She said she could see Aries in me, and that is one of the top 3 I get when I do those chart things. Oh, see, I'm on it. I know. So Kristen, I would say that Aries are like ready to go, ready to make a decision. There's not any difficulty in like figuring out, what the plan is. Like, let's go. There's this forward fire energy with an Aries and this kind of like simple, like cut to the chase kind of thing. Um, I could tell the other day when you posted about the Empress that, oh, today's leggings are lovely, Deanne. Thank you. I know I have like these crazy. Oh. Um, Chris, you're so funny. Okay. Um, yes, also passionate and very loyal. Um, oh, Alex is here too. Hey, friends, you're so awesome. Kristen, the other day when you posted about being annoyed about the Empress showing up, I was like, Aries. So that's what I thought. But then you were okay with it once you realized that, traditionally she has that warrior energy. So that really gave you away to me. Just so you all know, I'm like constantly reading you. But anyway, let's go on to some more letters because Max has migrated downstairs now, which means we probably don't have that much time. Thank you, Sandra. I have like a crazy amount of clothing and leggings in particular, and it's really bad. Like so many. Okay, so we did Oracle. We're on P. P for passion. So that would be dance for me. Um, guess what sign I am? I haven't seen you like in a video or anything. I could maybe guess based on like comments and stuff, Debbie. Deanne guesses your chart would be a fun video. Okay, so let's do another little side story here real quick. When I was 25, I think. Oh, Aquarius owl, Debbie. Ridiculous. But I feel like other stuff coming from you. So that's why it wasn't like even obvious for me to like look at your channel name. I feel like your moon sign is prevalent, but this is just me talking, but that's what I feel. Do you happen to know what your moon sign is? Because I can put that together from like the writing and stuff that you're doing, that writing project, but I also feel like there's more I don't know. There's something else. Like I would feel like maybe like Scorpio or Sagittarius like under. Um so what was I talking about? Oh, when I was 25, I think I was dating someone who was 20 and he turned 21 like a few weeks later. There's nothing wrong with like dating someone who's not your same age. I think it's Leo, but I don't know my exact birth time. So anyway, he like wanted to go to the bar all the time and I did not. And I had like 5 million jobs like we talked about earlier, and it's whatever. Like, I don't mind the bar occasionally, but like, this is what he did. And like, obviously, this was just dumb. Like, why? I don't know. But it's fine. We stayed together 4 years because I'm an idiot. But he wasn't like terrible or anything, but we just did not get along. We did, but we didn't. When we didn't get along, it was like kind of rough. And I don't know why I stayed in that situation so long. But anyway, this is not the point. The point is, I spent a lot of time at the bar and I would just get like my one drink and like sip on it all night. And I would go around and I would ask people 3 questions. My boyfriend at the time, his friend would have me do this because he thought I was like witchy, which I am. So I would go around and I would get $5 off each person that I could guess their birthday within 3 days, like 13th, 14th, 15th. Like if I could guess within that amount of time, within 3 days with 3 questions, just yes or no questions. I said, I will ask you 3 yes or no questions. You can answer me and it just in yes or no. And if I guess in that time, then you give me $5. And that's what I did like all night until the bar closed. And then we'd go home and I'd have like $50. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on. So P for passion, dance. I've danced since I was a little girl. Again, have taken the last few years off, but that's like my thing. That's like my physical active thing. If I could be in the studio all day, just like barefoot, playing my music really loud, just doing improv, that would be, um, that's my passion. Um, Q for quote. Um, I don't really have one because I'm an English person, like an English lit person, and so there are so many quotes and song lyrics and everything. Um, so just to cop out of this, there's a quote at the bottom of most or all of these Ben and Bell 1 pages in my planner. So I'm just going to read the one that's on this page. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. Why can't I read right now? But people will never forget how you made them feel. And that's Maya Angelou. So there's the quote. But I love like 500 quotes. Ooh, what were the questions? um, she interrogates people trying to figure out their chart. Yeah. Alex. What would Alex be? I feel um like Leo, Pisces, like Scorpio mix, but I don't know. That's just for me. Can't start a story like that and then leave us hanging. Oh God, I'm talking about so many things. I'm sorry. Any particular questions? Oh, so a lot of it is like being in the space with the person. And so the friend whose name was Dustin, I'd be like, okay, um, Aries is my moon sign, Aquarian rising. Yeah, I feel that, Kristen. So, um, Dustin would say, okay, who do you want next? And I was like, that person. So we'd go over and I would just, I, I, I could cheat on a few things because I would pay attention to what color clothes they were wearing. I would pay attention to if they were talking to someone when we came up or if they were listening, because that takes out like half, especially in the bar. These things are heightened. And so I kind of come in on like cheater ground in the bar. Okay. So, what color they're wearing, if they're talking or listening when I approach them, if when I approach them, they finish what they're saying to the person or they immediately come to me, right? Like an Aries is going to look at me right away, and a Libra probably will finish what she's saying to the person in front of her because Libras tend to get talked over a lot. Not trying to be a baby. I'm just saying that's how it goes. And so I can tell like 5 things before I even get there to ask the 3 questions. So my first question um, is usually, were you born, um, in June, July, or August? Because a lot of these cusp things like read together too. And so that usually my first question would be like, were you born in within these 3 months? Um, hmm. They weren't yes or no questions always, because I would ask if they were an odd or an even day, like the date. So like I'm 24th, so they would say even, right? So um, they weren't yes or no questions. But I typically would ask like the 3-month phase, and that was almost always right. And so they would say yes. And then I would say, are you an odd or an even day? And they would answer me. And then, so like single, I can read like single digit energies really well, and teen date energies. And you know what I mean? Because they mix. So like the 15th would be a 6, and someone on the 6th would be a 6, and someone on the 24th would be a 6. So it's like if I feel like my own energy in that, then I would say, are you 615 or 24, like something like that. And then they would say yes or no. And if they're not, then it's almost like the opposite. So like sometimes I would be like all over the board, and I'd be like, oh, I think, you know, Sagittarius, and they're like, no, and I'm like, okay, Pisces. So it's sometimes it seemed to the person like they thought they were going to keep their $5, and then I'd be like, bam, at the last thing, and then I would get it. So because zodiacs aren't just like this like piece of pie thing, there are a lot of things in the pie, and so you just have to kind of break those apart. And if I think like a person is like a cusp, which someone in here said, right, and I'm a cusp person as well. So um like I was trying to figure out Chris's birthday a couple weeks ago, because I knew it was like the very end of the month or the very beginning of the month, because which I think it's so interesting, Chris, that you always talk about the tens being like a completion and like the start of the next, because that, like, I knew that you were like the last day or the first day, and he said November 1st, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense, right? Because it's like the seed, it's like everything, right? There's that underground again, like the Scorpio. um you know it's, I don't know, it just makes sense to me. And so a lot of it is when I'm around people. Candy says Sagittarius and Scorpio 23rd. Those people are extra magical. That makes sense. Hmm. Okay, so there's our little astrology talk. Born July 18th, the day before the Leo cusp. I can feel that. Okay, what's next? Q for quote. We did that, Maya Angelou. The R for relationship status. I was married May 21st, 2017. Um, so we're coming up on 4 years this year. Yep, 11/21, Kristen, Scorpio to Sagittarius. Hey, baby, take it easy. I'm almost done, okay? Okay, we got to speed up. My kid's getting crazy. Um, S is for season. I'm totally a fall person. There's no contest. The spring is great and revitalizing and all that. And that's probably my second, but like fall through and through, if I had to choose one. T is for tarot, first and last. Oh Lord. My first, way back when, like when I was in junior high, was this yellow box. Hey, excuse me. Are you being nice? Okay. Nope. No, honey, because Fiona will come in. Be nice. He's out there pushing my cat. Like, not bad, but Max, please stop. You guys, 3-year-olds are no joke. Okay. My last tarot is, I have no idea. No, baby, don't open that, please. Nope. Yeah, I'll take care of her. Can you go set that phone on the table and go get your road out? Please? I'll be right out. Oh my God. Okay. Um, I don't know what my last tarot is, because that's how many I get. My last tarot. Um, I opened a few all together, like Dreams of Gaia Pocket. The last tarot I got, We're getting to X-rated soon. I'm gonna say Hush Tarot because my last tarot was like a box of tarot decks, and this is the one that I've opened from that. And I used this during Jilly's live the other day when she was doing like her gifts one. Um, and I love this. I'm gonna say this is my last. I really love this, but we'll talk about that a different day. Um, this is my expensive little Seeker's Lenormand that's out of print that I bought for $100. Okay. First and last. What is next? You for upset. What makes me upset? I noticed a lot of tarot people said like injustice, and I'll go with that. Shit pisses me off. So, V for vlog. Most proud, most popular. I don't know what my most popular is. I haven't looked at those numbers. I mean, I have before, but I don't really pay attention to them closely. I want to say like my first tarot or my soul deck or something like that, one of those Simon tags that like a bunch of people search for and view. I think one of those is the most maybe. What tag is this? This is TarotTubers A to Z. And I think I have it correct when it shows up once this actually posts, but yes, TarotTubers A to Z by Simon. There we go. Thank you, Mendy. Oh, Gerald says he likes this done live. Well, I'm glad. I've been here for like an hour and a half and you all are hanging out because you're awesome. Thank you so much. The one that I'm most proud of is probably just my first one. I recorded my first on Mother's Day, 2020. So that was my gift to myself. Well, really, from my husband, the time and space to do that. So that's that. Be nice, please. I'm watching you. Can you get your road out? Okay, almost done. W is for weakness. I have written down sweets and decks. So I am like, it's really all food, right? I just love food and like candy and sweet stuff like cheesecake. Like if there's a cheesecake in my house, we're in trouble. And like Ben and Jerry's ice cream, that's my weakness. I have to like really talk to myself if I'm like, do not eat that. Oh, and just decks. I love tarot, oracle, Lenormand, all of that. I'm watching you, such a mom voice. Oh, I think you're awesome too. Thank you, Gerald. And hello, Robin. Thank you for joining us. I'm hopefully wrapping up here soon. I've been rambling forever. X for X-rated. Here we go, Chris. I don't really have anything like super juicy, but when I was the Christmas, my husband proposed December 17th, 2016. Yes. And then we got married like 5 months later in May. What was I gonna say? Oh, so I kind of thought like around that Christmas break, he used to work in a shop that closed down like the end of the year and the beginning of the next, like that whole like Christmas break, like a industrial shop would have off around here. So and I kind of felt like maybe he was gonna propose around that time. And so I had a boudoir shoot done, like all like lingerie and supermodel makeup, and my hair was all curled and like they did it, right? Like they made me look super awesome. And so I had like sassy little photo shoot done in lingerie because I thought he was going to propose and that was like my engagement gift. So I don't know. That's about as X-rated as I get where anyone else would see or know about it. I think if I ever actually make content, I'll have to start with this tag. Yeah, Debbie, that's a great idea. And that's what I thought. Like that was the first idea. Like I have ideas for content written down before I had a channel. And this is what I wrote down. Of course, it didn't go that way, but I think that's a really great idea. Y is for yesteryear. So this is supposed to be like your favorite year. Um, I have a tie because I would say 2013 was super awesome because I was in my first concert for. Hey, 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 Max. Absolutely not. Can you go get out your road, please? And I'm going to help you with it, okay? You want a cookie? Okay, go get your road out and I'll bring you a cookie. Yeah, okay. So, 2013, because it was my first professional concert, and we did that show to The Dark Side of the Moon, and I'm a super huge Pink Floyd fan. And there was like this extra performance anxiety, but like good anxiety because we just started it and we went right through. Like there was no, like in a normal concert, a normal dance concert, it'd be, this song is going to play and then we're backstage and then they're talking to headset and we're like, yes, we're ready. And headset tells backstage they're ready. And then they start the music, right? It's all very quick, but there's still that time. Like if I'm not dressed yet, then we're like, hold, which again, that's part of the professionalism and like being ready to go, but you just never know what's going to happen. So, that was just so exciting. Like they were going to push play, like the booth was going to push it and we were going to go. And it was just like the entire album. And so it was just so awesome. So that happened in 2013, my first pro concert. And I bought my very own house in 2013 all by myself. And it was like old and magical and so beautiful. And so 2013 was awesome. And then, yes, the quick change. And then 2017 was also awesome because that's the year that I got married and the year that I was pregnant. I had Max in 2018, January 15th, but I was pregnant at the wedding. We got engaged, decided we wanted to get pregnant. So it wasn't a shotgun wedding, but I was pregnant at my wedding, if that makes sense. And so I was like 6 weeks pregnant at the wedding. And so that was magical. I had my awesome ball gown and again looked like supermodel with my hair and makeup, had a baby in my belly, and that was awesome for 2017. And we'll go with that, right? 2013, 2017. Oh, and like a throwback year, like I really loved 1998. I was living with my cousin in my grandma's basement and we were just like having so much fun and I was hanging out with like my older cousins all the time. And so as like a kid, like a throwback one, I was like in ninth grade then or something like that. And that was like an awesome, fun time. So those are my three answers for yesteryear. And then Zen, what do you do to relax? Um, I have this thing called a neck hammock, and you like hang it on the door. Come in real quick. Oh, go get it. I'll be right there, okay? Oh, you did? Oh, okay. He's so excited because he did the thing and now he gets a cookie. Okay, can you go get your car with your remote and then I'll bring it out? Good job. Okay. So I have this thing called a neck hammock that I just got a few weeks ago, and it's so amazing. You hang it on like on the door, and then you put your head in it. And my neck's like really messed up, so this is why this helps relax me. And it's like cervical traction, and like you just like it just hangs like even a tiny bit off the floor, and so like that gets me in the space to like relax and meditate. And then I will like sit up to meditate. So I'll do like neck hammock for like 10 minutes and then I'll sit up and meditate. And then coming into my tarot room, like it's been a long time since I've had a few hours to myself, like a long time, but this is what I would do. And I would just come in my room and it would be all magically clean and organized. And I would just like play with cards all day. That's my Zen space. So okay, that's the end of my tag. 1998-99 was my best time ever. Mendy says it too, right? Like it was just such a happy time. Oh my, watching mom share the child excitement makes me so happy. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. The neck things really work. Yes, Maria, I just got one. I've needed one for a long time. As you know, I was like mentioning my facial nerve issue yesterday and with my reading with you and TNG. Um, I Okay, can you go get out can you go get out one more tote and then I'll be right out. I promise. Okay, good job, buddy. He's such a good kid, really. So I finally got myself a new pillow because like my neck is straight. It's like this and it's supposed to be curved, right? Did you know that? And mine's just like messed up. And so I think I have like a lot of compression in it. And because I haven't been dancing and like stretching and everything, it's just getting worse. So, yeah, the neck thing really does work. It really almost made me fall asleep, Maria. If it's something that you need, I would really suggest it. I've only used it twice so far. I like need to keep doing it, but that's what I would do. Neck hammock, meditate, come hang out in my tarot room. So, thank you all so much for being here. Um, yes, Gerald, me too. Thank you all for being here, Alex. Mindy, I bet being grown in the 90s was crazy fun. I ended the 90s at 15 years old and we're still lit as fuck. Yeah, I was like I graduated high school in 2001. So like that gives you the reference of where I was like 98, 99. It was a really good time. Um, Thanks so much for doing this, Deanna. It has been great. You've made my afternoon fly in. Have a great day. Now to get that kid his cookie. Yeah, he's getting a cookie now. Thank you all so much. I love you. Chris, I will message you at some point about open portals and get that squared away. Thank you all so much. Hoping to be back. I know I said this last time Tuesday, but then this week was crazy. So thinking I might do like Tuesday morning if it works out okay. Or maybe again next Friday morning. So thank you all. Love to you all. And I will give him a big hug and a cookie. Thank you.